Prime Minister is not much really in that. And of course, however, the controversy rages on.
We are your voice.
What about Mamata Banerjee calling Mr. Narendra Modi Hitler? Now that is not something that Mamata Banerjee would ever apologize for. Then why should Priyanka Sharma be made to apologize for just sharing a meme?
We ask your questions.
राहुल गांधी को आपने सुना? ये कौन सी फौज है जर्नलिस्ट की जो आपकी तरफ से सवाल पूछती है? The question that has been raised of why Miss Sonia Gandhi never ever addressed a press conference. Are there different yardsticks for different people?
We are your strength.
Mamata Banerjee says 10 PM options are there. Option 1, 2, 3. So कौन बनेगा PM? Does the country know what you have to offer?
The News Hour. Your trust, your voice. We are your voice.
In West Bengal, where a girl who's 25 years old is currently in jail, even as we speak. Why? Because she had shared a meme of the Chief Minister of West Bengal. Her family spoke to us and said in no unequivocal terms that they are now scared for her safety because what she is going through is a case of a political witch hunt.
This constituency has been in the news in the recent past for communal polarization, for communal violence. What is the mood in Basirhat and what does it say about the mood in West Bengal? Left says there is a match between the Trinamool and the BJP, the same allegation that is leveled against them by the Trinamool Congress. Not very long before we will see the end to this.
The News Hour. Your trust, your voice.
Bengal is singed by an unprecedented violent face-off between the BJP and the TMC. This is not strife-torn Kashmir, but it's Kolkata in the aftermath of Amit Shah's rally as the students of Calcutta University squared off with BJP cadre. The Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, between 2014 and 2019 has given 26 TV interviews. Manmohan Singh, in his tenure in office, 2004 to 2014, gave about 16. Dr. Manmohan Singh gave 0 of those Q&As. The Prime Minister has given 6. When it comes to comparing Prime Ministers, not much really in that. And of course, however, the controversy rages on.
We are your voice.
What about Mamata Banerjee calling Mr. Narendra Modi Hitler? Now that is not something that Mamata Banerjee would ever apologize for. Then why should Priyanka Sharma be made to apologize for just sharing a meme?
We ask your questions.
राहुल गांधी को आपने सुना? ये कौन सी फौज है जर्नलिस्ट की जो आपकी तरफ से सवाल पूछती है? The question that has been raised of why.
Viewers, Amit Shah will be the new Home Minister of India. A section of the BJP has branded him already the new Sardar after Sardar Patel. The BJP says their new Sardar will bring his trademark no-nonsense approach to secure our borders and counter the threats within. If one goes by what Amit Shah has said in the past, expect illegal infiltrators, Maoists, Islamist terrorists and their sympathizers to be his top focus. Dealing with them, tackling them. Listen to what he has said in the past to us.
कश्मीर से कन्याकुमारी और आसाम से लेकर गुजरात तक जितने भी शरणार्थी आए हैं बांग्लादेश से, चाहे वो गोरखा हो, चाहे वो हिंदू हो, सिख हो, नेपाल से कोई आया है, इस सारे लोगों को नागरिकता देने का काम सिटीजनशिप एमेंडमेंट करने वाला मुस्लिम से हाथापाई नहीं है। जो नेबरिंग कंट्री है वहां पर मुस्लिम बहुल देश बन चुके हैं, तो प्रताड़ना वहां की माइनॉरिटी पर होती है और जो प्रताड़ना के कारण अपने स्वधर्म को बचाने के लिए, अपने परिवार के सम्मान को बचाने के लिए यहाँ शरण में आते हैं, उसको शरणार्थी कहते हैं। और जो यहाँ पॉलिटिकल पर्पस और आर्थिक पर्पस से आते हैं उसको घुसपैठिए कहते हैं। तो घुसपैठिए और शरणार्थी के बीच में अंतर है, एक कानून शरणार्थियों के लिए। दुर्गा पूजा करने के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी को हाईकोर्ट में जाना पड़ता है। अरे ममता जी, बंगाल में दुर्गा पूजा नहीं होगी तो क्या पाकिस्तान में होगी?
Well, leaders and activists, however, have pointed to Amit Shah's past, where he was accused of hate crimes, to claim that he is the epitome of intolerance and will further the Hindu majoritarian agenda of the Sangh to create a Hindu Rashtra, as he has been spelling out in TV interviews, as well as, of course, on the stump when he was campaigning, especially in Bengal. Listen to the critics.
You swear by the constitution of the country at the time of taking oath, and in the same breath target Article 370, which is not proper, which is inappropriate.
Essentially, we are not surprised because this is a government of extremists. A Prime Minister who gave a ticket to Sadhvi Pragya, and with Amit Shah being his right hand, it was bound to go to him. And Amit Shah has been known to be involved cases on him of murder and the fake encounters in Gujarat. Actually, the government has lost the vishwas of the majority of the people.
Well, let's ask straightforward questions of our panelists. Sanjay Hegde with us. Mr. Hegde, you've heard the critics, you've heard what people are saying, you're probably reading the commentary on social media. I want to ask you, are some political parties sworn to appeasement and appeasing perhaps the minority community, preventing themselves from totally embracing Amit Shah as he assumes the charge of the Home Ministry? Is that what's standing in the way?
Well, I don't think anybody wants to embrace Amit Shah. The question is, how will he perform as Home Minister? Will he repeat that experience of Gujarat, which then got him into legal trouble and more than legal trouble? It's a rare Home Minister who was externed from Gujarat for a certain period of time by the Supreme Court. So given that record, what does he bring to the table? He brings to the table a certain track record where minorities have been at the receiving end of police action, and police action which does not strictly fall within the realm of law. Currently he has been discharged by the courts, but a discharge by the courts is not final. It can always be reviewed at some stage. I would not for the moment say that the minorities' fears can be said to be totally misplaced. However, it is the prerogative of the Prime Minister to appoint whom he wants. The Prime Minister has made his choice. Whether that choice will lead to Sabka Vishwas, as the Prime Minister seems to want, that is an open question.
Open question.
I do hope that the Home Minister of India functions totally under the Constitution, and that all officers under him, whenever they are in doubt, ask for orders in writing.
Okay.
This is the
orders
most important thing
in
that
writing.
Anybody should
so you don't trust your Home Minister. Okay. Well, Madhu Kishwar and Anand Ranganathan, your response?
Yeah. I think, as at the risk of repeating myself, Rahul, as I believe, there are only two kinds of people in a democracy. One who respect the judiciary, and the other who think they are the judiciary. Now, there is no solution to, if a person thinks that he or she is a judiciary. Amit Shah has not, been convicted of any crime. And if you are talking of politicians who are on serious crime charges, let me quote to you the figures. In 2019, there has been an 8% increase in the number of parliamentarians who are on serious criminal charges. 21% was 2014 and 29% are in 2019. But doesn't mean they are convicted, and a man is presumed to be innocent until guilty. I think it's a brilliant choice, Mr. Amit Shah as the Home Minister. There are people in Kashmir as I speak who are quaking in their boots because we've had enough, absolutely enough of this appeasement, of this soft, dove-like attitude. We need someone to actually get to grips with the situation in Kashmir, and to get a handle on it. And I think
Rehman,
Mr. Modi
by
has
opposing Mr. Shah,
and I think that's one of the best choices.
Okay, well, the sum of what Anand Ranganathan seems to be suggesting is that opposing Mr. Shah, you are empowering a certain lobby that is acting against the interests of this country, whether it's in Kashmir or in the jungles of Chhattisgarh or in any other part of this country. Response, sir.
Not at all, Rahul. I don't agree with Anand. You know, so far we have seen Amit Shah in the mode of a fringe. Rahul, now we have to see whether Amit Shah adapts himself into a mode of a minister. You know,
what do you mean
great
fringe?
Responsibility had been given to him.
What do you mean fringe,
now,
sir?
if he compromises...
Explain the point. What do you mean? Illustrate.
He compromises with the ideals of the constitution, the preamble.
Well, sir, he would have been in jail, would he not have?
We haven't seen him so far speak after getting a ministry.
No, but he would have been in jail, sir, if he was compromising the fundamentals of our constitution.
Wait and watch, Rahul.
No, what is the fear? Is the fear that he is finally going to, or this government is determined now to go after those who have been advocating the split up of India? Is that what it is? Madhu Kishwar, is that the real fear that has gripped the opposition? That certain lobbies that flow into political parties and vice versa are today under attack, and that's the reason why, or under threat, or under the lens, and that's the reason why Amit Shah is being opposed?
Rahul, I think you've hit the nail on the head. I strongly welcome, wholeheartedly welcome the appointment of Amit Shah as Home Minister, because this is a job he's best suited for. And the reason these guys are going after him, the fake narrative makers don't stop. They're going after him because as Home Minister of Gujarat, he had been very effective in cracking down on terror networks, on mafia dons, and made sure that they were either in jail or they left the state. He cracked so many terror networks that even saved the life of Jayalalitha and Chandrababu Naidu. He informed them of likely attacks on their lives. And it's because he's so good. So he means bad news for jihadis, for Maoists, for secessionists in Kashmir, and he does it with surgical precision.
Well said.
And I think that at one level it could also be Modi's real revenge on the opposition, because he enjoys keeping the opposition on in a state of permanent boil.
Well,
so Amit Shah is like for them red flag to the bull, and they will keep charging at the bull or keep attacking or defending themselves with the bull, while other things that Modi wants to do will get less attention. So it could well be that he wants to, because they go crazy once they are in this mode of outrage.
Okay, so they go crazy when they're in the mode of outrage. Now, Paranjoy Thakurta, you know, there was a charge that was leveled against Mr. Amit Shah in the lawyer case, the judge lawyer case. Many people said that this was motivated for precisely the reasons that Manushi's editor is telling us, Madhu Kishwar is telling us. So, is that the reason why you are opposing? Because you're part of a lobby, etc., as she alleges?
I don't know if Madhu Kishwar has made these allegations. You are making these allegations. I don't belong to any lobby. Okay? At that point of time, when quite a long time ago, more than a year ago, when I last appeared on Times Now.
True.
And you said I was belonging to the lobby. I said I don't belong to any lobby. I said there should be an investigation. May I state some facts to you? The facts are as follows. I think never before Mr. Amit Shah, who is one of the most powerful persons in the country, some would say he is the most powerful person, that's a matter of argument, but he's certainly, as Home Minister, the second most powerful person in India after the Prime Minister.
True.
Mr. Amit Shah was arrested on the 25th of July 2010. The case concerned the Sohrabuddin case. Yes, he's not been convicted. But what were the allegations against him? Murder, extortion, kidnapping.
Jihadi on a mission to kill
Let me finish. I interrupted nobody. Let me finish.
Okay, 1 second. Let him finish.
He was released on bail.
And this is how
3 months later.
Charges are.
Let me finish.
Even Pakistan admitted that Sohrabuddin
Let me finish. Mr. Amit Shah was released on bail 3 months later.
own day.
The next day,
And you
that is
think he
the
should
day
have
after
performed
Friday, the
RP for
29th of
Sohrabuddin, who's out to
2010.
One second.
Ishwar doesn't even want to let anybody talk.
Let Mr. Thakurta finish his point. I'll allow you to rebut, no problems. Mr. Thakurta, finish your point. You're talking about the Sohrabuddin case.
No, we are sick of hearing it, Rahul.
So,
well, he has a right to put his point forward.
Lost the election.
Okay, he has a point. He has a point. Let him make his point. We can counter him.
The patience of people has really
Look, you've
run
been
out
patient
on
enough
this.
for 15 years. Give another 5. No problems. Let's just bring in Mr. Thakurta. Make your point, Mr. Thakurta. Finish the point.
all right. May I conclude what I had to say?
Please.
I said no Home Minister before Mr. Amit Shah was arrested for 3 months, released on jail, and after that, the day after that, a judge took a petition to his residence and said for 2 years, that is from October 2010 to October 2012, he was forcibly exiled from Gujarat, so that the case for whatever it's worth. Now, what I'm suggesting is that no Home Minister before Mr. Amit Shah has had such allegations against.
Okay, Anand Ranganathan, the problem is that there were allegations made. The BJP says there were trumped up political allegations by a vindictive UPA government. He was a victim.
Even jihadis, non-jihadis against the Home Minister of a state.
You know, these are the same people.
The opposition is. That's how perverse they are. And which is why they've been devastated.
Yeah,
they've been actually demolished.
These are the same people
in a very definite manner, and they won't learn. They will go on and on. And maybe that's what Modi wants. That they stay crazy, they stay besotted, they stay lunatic, and he can then calmly have fun and continue with other matters of governance.
Well, one second. Anand Ranganathan, respond to this.
Rahul, it's very clear.
Yes.
Very clear because, yes, you know, it's very clear if, you know, these same rants and this public elucidation or so-called exposition of what the judge said, judge did not say, you know, if it wasn't for Amit Shah, they would have been saying this for Narendra Modi, which they were from 2002 till 2012 or 2014. So Amit Shah, they're just saying this for Amit Shah, they have said this for Modi. They have run this, you know, weird 2000, signature campaigns and all that. All this is behind. Do you believe in the judiciary or do you not? And
do you not accept Mr. Hegde, when the courts, now let's talk about the Sohrabuddin case that Mr. Thakurta has raised. Let me bring out the graphics, the facts for you. These are the facts. Sohrabuddin case, the charge was main conspirator in the 2005 fake encounter of Sohrabuddin Sheikh. The judge came out and said politically motivated, no substance, status. 2014, okay, one second, special CBI court discharged Amit Shah.
What should you do with
discharged Amit Shah. So do you believe the judiciary of this country or you don't? At some point you've got to say, hey, hang on, the man has been discharged, it's a politically motivated case, so the judge has said, let's get on with life. It's politically motivated. You can't victimize a man for being victimized.
No, are you asking me to disbelieve the Supreme Court? Are you asking me to disbelieve the Supreme Court, because it was after all the Supreme Court which directed that Mr. Shah stay out of Gujarat? It was also the Supreme Court which denied him bail.
Pending investigation, pending trial, because there was a concern that perhaps, you know, being in an influential position, he might interfere in the course of justice, and he kept away.
If you want to encounter, you want to do an encounter.
It's a pity.
No. If you want to do an encounter and shoot down my voice, that's fine by me. Now just listen. It was the Supreme Court which passed those orders. Thereafter, at the trial stage, the CBI produces no evidence and it allows him to be discharged. Now today he is in charge of the CBI.
So
fine, this is how things work.
A lawyer has
the point is, a discharge is not an acquittal.
Okay, well, let me tell you, there were a large number of riot cases against Sikhs that were filed, and the individual who justified the rioting against the Sikhs became Prime Minister. His name was Rajiv Gandhi. No one had a qualm or a quibble with that. That's a fact. And the Sikhs are still languishing without justice, substantive justice. And that is what is the problem.
Why don't you
selectivity.
ask that to the Congress representative when he comes on your
Well, we have. Of course, the Congress has now run away from all debates. I mean, not just our channel. They began with us, but now they've extended that boycott to everyone else. But Atiq Rehman, you never asked the question of Rahul Gandhi. You don't ask the question of Rajiv Gandhi of a problem with Amit Shah. That's bizarre. It's bizarre.
Rahul, it's not bizarre.
Rahul, we have been given a picture of a hardcore Hindutva. If the development is the picture, we'll agree with it. Any attempt for a hardcore Hindutva will be leading us to.
Sir, do you know who opened the locks of the Babri Masjid?
Indians are ready.
Should I tell you?
Yes, we
Who
need
opened
to
the locks
fight
of the Babri
for
Masjid?
hardcore
No, you're talking about hardcore Hindutva, sir. It was Rajiv Gandhi.
That's why we do need
No,
it.
Rajiv Gandhi opened the locks of the Babri Masjid. Acceptable to you? You're voting the Congress year after year, year after year, year after year. Who facilitated the demolition of the Babri Masjid? So one minute, I have a feeling. I have a feeling that this is a knee-jerk response from a large number of individuals who are now fearing that they have a person who is going to step in there and do what others may not have been able to do. If that is the problem, where is this coming from, sir? Where is this coming from? Moderate yourself a little bit. Look at the facts as they stare back at you in the face. Acquittal after acquittal. Sohrabuddin case, acquittal. Discharge. Ishrat Jahan case, special CBI court gives a clean chit. The judge says no sufficient evidence. Gulbarg massacre, Zakia Jafri plea to probe role of Amit Shah. A plea not maintainable. 2012, the SIT gives a clean chit. Remember the SIT under a UPA government, under a Congress government. All these cases probed largely under the UPA government, under a Congress government. The same government, sir, that was chaining the investigative agencies.
Cases can be reopened.
Okay, sir. Well, then we'll never have an end to what is...
Keep on reopening.
Yes, we'll keep reopening. We'll keep reopening and keep going back into the past. And we will keep imagining ghosts and dragons and other odious characters lurking around in the fog. Well, we leave it at that. Yes, Mr. Vadakkan, quickly. Yes, Mr. Vadakkan, quick. I think I forgot you in all of this. Yes, Mr. Vadakkan.
I think we have a Home Minister who has a clear-cut vision to ensure that internal security will be extremely tightened. There is a Home Minister who has a vision and he will do it.
Okay.
The point here is there is a lobby that is trying to work against him, and this lobby is extremely worried.
Okay, it's a lobby.
That is the reason why you see
that's the BJP's charge. It's a lobby worried at the fact that you have a man who has zero tolerance for terror, for people who sympathize with an agenda that is detrimental to national integrity. Well, time will tell. But this debate is going to rage on. The news are coming up. Don't go away.
आजकल लाखों लोग बीमार